Ты это чувствуешь? 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 Ты это чувствуешь?
Good evening, traders. Welcome to the Silver Mania stream, where we were all patiently awaiting The open for commodities just occurred moments ago. And as you can see, we never even tested $80, that big rounded number, currently trading at $82. Gapped up 3.4%. Crazy. If you've been paying attention to what's been going on this weekend, it's ludicrous. You've got, physical silver ounces going for 90 something dollars, which I get even a $5 differential between paper and physical. All right. Still kind of effed, but it was $11, $12. Okay. You had $79 US Western prices, and you had $92 plus dollars. Some rumors that physical silver in China and Dubai going for like $100 an ounce. So I'm not sure. I think we're possibly watching the paper delusion catch up with the physical reality of the world now, and couldn't be happier to see something like this, where this was the genesis of this psychotic move was technical. What's up, Free Like Summer? Thanks for all the whatever's that is. I don't even know. Hold on. What's that? Let me get that. All the gorillas and rockets. Yes, the gorillas and rockets, my favorite. How could you care about Bitcoin that has virtually died? Look above my head. That's the Bitcoin chart. Does anyone even care anymore? I hope not. For now, anyway. One day. But remember, CZ and his goons destroyed crypto as we knew it. October 10th. Okay. And until something changes in that market, we just got to keep caring about the market where there is liquidity, where there is money, where there are huge tectonic plate shifts occurring, where the banking cartels of the West no longer able to keep silver suppressed. And God knows where this is going to go. All right. Because this is not a speculative run like we saw in 2011. This is not a leveraged situation like we saw in 1979 and 1980 with the Hunts brothers. This is completely different. This is not just sovereign governments, sovereign countries buying silver to prop up their own currencies, because we all know fiat's collapsing in real time. You also have the industrial entities, right? Even Elon on Friday was talking about this is not good, because silver is used a lot now in new world technologies like solar panels and electric vehicles now, that revolutionary breakthrough. And it's only going to get, these technologies are only going to require more silver, which is just crazy. Crazy to think about. We're at 82.48 right now. We're at all-time highs. I'm speaking to you. And I was talking about, it started with what? A technical setup, man. It was the dragon of all dragons. If you want to call any dragon Encalagon the black, Encalagon the silver, right here. Little did we know it would go from Smaug to Encalagon, but here we are. It was greater than technical analysis. It went beyond technicals. But astounding. I mean, a 4-hour relative strength index of 91.5. That is the highest level we've seen since, on the 4-hour, I don't know, we haven't seen that since 2020, where a silver actually hit 93.88 to 94 on the 4-hour RSI. We go to the daily real quick. Make sure you're here. We're currently sitting at 88.95. Let's just say 89. That is the highest RSI we've seen really since 2006. We just eclipsed on the open the July 2020 peak. So there you have it, man. Been a long time. It's been what, going on 20-year highs on the relative strength index on the daily, and positive momentum clearly at record levels. And look at this, man. If you even care about, no one really cares about these, but if you cared about the ascending triangle, the consolidation structure that began its development October 16th, If you anchored from that high point to low
Silver
point,
is gunning for Nvidia now for the number 2 spot.
yeah, it is. It could be doing it tonight. It could be happening now. Let's pull that up real quick. But that ascending triangle's Fibonacci anchor from the high point to low point of the structure, you were nearing the 4236. It's 83.29. Unbelievable. Okay, let me check this, because that is something that could be happening now. No, you still got a ways to go. Well, actually, no. Let me show you something here real quick if I can. You're going to want to see this. Right here. The silver API must be synced up, not to Wanda, not to futures. You can clearly see it's still counting silver as 77.20. And we're currently looking at 82.40 spot price on silver. So that has not played catch up. I don't know what this is synced up to, if it's the SLV or what, but we could very well be right now at or above Nvidia and market cap. We just don't have the formal numbers. Anyone able to do math on that? We got a mathematician in the chat. See if we can do something. All right, thank you. Crazy stuff, man. And that was the whole purpose of going live, is this. We can look at the weekly if you want. Silver Mania. Did you not see the aristocrats on the thumbnail? That's us, dude. 82.46. I mean, up nearly about 4% right now. This is crazy. You think that gap's going to fill, though? I mean, right? But if it fills, it's just going to be the Western banks slamming the price of silver. And that's terrible. It's a terrible idea, because all that's going to happen is the East is going to buy the Western silver at extremely low prices and then settle up their contracts for physical, which will continue to drain the vaults, the physical silver vaults, and it be going to the East. The West is being exploited right now, kind of by their own doing. This is something we've never seen happen in our lifetime. I don't care if you're a boomer. Yeah, we got off the gold standard boomer, but you've never seen this happen, where the East is taking full control of the prices of this commodity. It's a form of economic warfare. All right, that's definitely what's going on. We are at highs of day, highs of week right now, highs of lifetime. Doesn't matter who you are in the world, the oldest person on Earth. We're all witnessing the same history together. It's pretty cool to see. We'll go to that monthly real quick. A god candle of all god candles, a 46.5% monthly candle. Are you kidding me? Yeah, 4.2% is that a joint. Remember, physical, if you're in the West and you want to go buy a silver coin, an ounce of silver on the internet anywhere, the best price you're gonna get is like $89 to $90. Did you just hear what I said? So the difference between paper and physical is extremely great right now. So a lot of catching up to do. If they're gonna let this thing do it, and not letting it happen will only be in the disinterest of the West and the silver stores that we have, the small amount we still have left. Yeah, you can't print money anymore to stop this. And the cup with handle of all cup with handles in logarithmic scale. Oh my God. Approaching the 1414 fib extension of the 2011 all-time, or yeah, it wasn't quite, I can't remember if it was an all-time high. Yeah, it was an all-time high briefly. From that old all-time high from April 2011 to the lowest point of the COVID crash in March 2020. So we anchored our Fibonacci. We blasted through the 1272 fib extension like a hot knife through butter, 73.78. And now we are fast approaching possibly, again, the 1414 at $90.63. That magenta line you can see where my cursor is. If you wanted a golden mean ratio, that is $121, the 1618. I'm not even worried about that right now, because we would have to think about $100. We'd think about 90 first on this chart. in the monthly relative strength reading is not even close to a record. Can you believe that? It's not even rivaling the top 5. So many different times in history. 1959, 2000. Wait, hold on. 1859. Excuse me. Let's just say that was the that was the Civil War. 1864. We had a huge spike in silver, and one of the last years of the Civil War. 1918, 1936, 1946. Many different times we've seen 96 all the way up to 99, almost 100 relative strength reading on the monthly. So if you don't think this could go higher, it certainly can, because it has many different times. So we're watching something that's never happened before. I'd imagine it could rival these levels given enough time. If it's not a speculative rally, if it's not an over-levered joke rally where they could just print money short, raise margin requirements, and kill the rally, if it's not those things, if it's industrial driven, if it's sovereign country driven, and soon now dumb money and retail will hop on as the last people to fuel this thing even higher. If it's that, why couldn't it go higher on the relative strength index on the monthly? It could. We see 90, you know that phenomenon that occurs, well, at least on equities. If a stock sees 90, there's a 90% chance that it will see 100 due to the psychological nature of the rounded numbers. So triple digit theory or something it's called. But my God, of course, an all-time high on the monthly momentum. And 1980 was crazy too, but this is different, man. Much different. 5% as I'm speaking to you, silver is up at all-time highs. You just broke 83. You're at 83.31. There is nothing I think Western banks could do to stop this. And if they tried to, they would lose more of their own reserves and be sending it east. So I just like, how do we get off this chart? What do you want to do? Dude, gold is up 0.11%. 0.1% on gold. Not even worth looking at. Bitcoin down 0.09%. Not even worth looking at. Ethereum 0.08%. Not even worth looking at. XRP down 0.5%. Solana down 0.25%. This is the only show in town right now, unless maybe I'm checking other metals, palladium, platinum. They've been doing nuts. They've been going nuts too. So yeah, palladium up about 2%. Platinum up 0.6%. So nothing crazy. This is it. This is the one. This is the reason why I'm live right now. Yeah, crypto power hour, bro. Yeah, what's powerful about above my head where my cursor is? Nothing powerful about it. It's garbage price action. I still don't think you have much of any sort of edge on Bitcoin right now. They could squeeze this thing higher, or it could just be getting ready to collapse and continue the downtrend. It's just, you got to think about the relative weakness of Bitcoin. S&P 500 all-time highs 2 days ago, right? All-time highs. Small caps, same thing. Silver, gold, platinum, all-time highs. Palladium, multi-year highs. And then you have Bitcoin. It's not moving. It's only putting in these local lower highs below key inflection zones. It's really, if they squeezed it, congrats on your random short squeeze. Yeah, because the market's so illiquid now. CZ has destroyed this market so much that, yeah, oh, he might see some people taking some levered shorts and want to liquidate them because that's all he does now. That's all they do. Good luck trading crypto right now. There's just not enough people involved with that asset class for big moves to happen. It's all manipulated garbage. While silver is still above 5% right now, virtually at all-time highs. I can't believe it, man. I hope you had a good weekend. Hope you had a good Christmas. You're scared. Don't be scared, man. I mean, don't be scared. If you're not allocated, right? I mean, yeah, like you should be scared. I mean, it's like, I don't know what's going to happen here. What is there going to be intervention? is Trump gonna like prevent the US from exporting silver to China? Because it seems like our government is straight up asleep at the wheel while China is taking complete and utter control of this metal. And there's nothing we can or are willing to do about it. It's not really in the news cycles. It's being, you know, it is at an all-time high on Google Trends. People are searching for buy silver more than they ever have since the internet came out. But you just got, for something that's never occurred before, what are the consequences going to be? I mean, like clearly the US dollar is cooked, not over, it's not done for, but we are watching the fourth turning unfold. Ray Dalio talking about stuff like this is part of it. Could this cause World War III? I don't know about that, man. Not sure about that. And you know what's crazy? I don't know if y'all are paying much attention to like the X space, the YouTube space. There is this AI Asian guy called AG. I'm sure you've seen. It's kind of like people just kind of pop out of nowhere and they get promoted and they're everywhere. He's very, you know, the AI is very well spoken, speaks incredibly well about how the markets of silver actually works. So well that it's definitely not one person. It is a group of people that are insiders. And you just got to think there are theories. Yeah, put on my tinfoil hat. I mean, there's thoughts that this is literally the Chinese government promoting just truth, just dropping truth bombs about how it all works to kind of push us into that new paradigm of where gold and silver end up becoming actually the real stores of value. Things need to start becoming backed by gold and silver versus the US dollar. The printing press that we've had, you know, complete dominance over the world since World War II, really since the Federal Reserve was created, like what, 1912, whatever. So it is interesting to see what's going on with that. But okay, you know, I guess we can look at gold. Who cares? Gold did make an all-time high on the 26th. When silver, by the way, went up over 10%. It is cool to see that, like, from the previous October high to the low point of the correction, you hit and exceeded the 1272. What's going on right now is they broke this channel. They broke it with a candle close, and it looks like they're trying to back test that old supply line and regard it as a demand line. That's pretty cool. And if it was going to continue to run, 4600 would be your 1414, and then the 1618, 4715. So you think it would continue higher eventually with what's going on, but just nothing like silver. Yeah, AI Asian guy, but it's interesting because Asian guy, AG, that's the atomic symbol for silver. So he. But man, the knowledge, the truth bombs from that AI, it's uncanny. And then all of a sudden he's everywhere. Is it a conspiracy theory? It's obviously a conspiracy theory, but it's like, where is he? How did he come out of nowhere? How is he just got 10 different YouTube channels? And the content coming out is so good and well thought and put out and so informative. It's coming out every like few hours. So anyway, hey, I learned a lot more about how these markets work from it. Here is platinum. As I'm speaking to you, all-time highs at high of day, at high of month, at high of week, at high of life. What a breakout, 25.23. Man, one thing I learned that is so crazy about platinum, in order to refine 1 kilogram of platinum, 1 bar, okay, kilogram, it requires, and look this up, I learned this from AI, it requires 300 to 400 metric tons of platinum ore refined. Think about how many pounds is that? 300 to 400 metric tons of just ore and rock, right? All of that condenses down for 1 kilogram of platinum. It is like the hardest metal to refine. It's your rarest too. So we're just probably watching a repricing event. Like it's been suppressed, and now where are we going on platinum? We could Fibonacci that easy. Let's go to the weekly, maybe the monthly. Yeah. For that old breakout. I know it did nothing for so long though. Go high point to low point. Dude, we go to the COVID crash where it went to 569 an ounce. High to low. Oh wow, look at that. 3,333. That is your 1272. In log. That's log scale. What's up, Jesus? Satoshi something. What'd you say? Switch silver, start AI channels. Yeah, I guess so, man. He's sentient. Okay, we get linear. Let's go linear first. We could see 2,751 be a more conservative target there. Okay. So we still on platinum before you see your first Fibonacci extension, your major Fib extension. You got 9.5% upside. There's still room to run. I wonder if they'd pull it back first before that gets achieved, but because when we broke 2,300, the old all-time high from 2008, you never back tested it. So maybe they do that, maybe they don't. It's incredible. It's so wild to see like your bearish divergence on the weekly underperform so miserably for such a run. This is a fundamental thing going on though. This is not really a technical thing. Many years suppression. We can palladium up about 2%. It did just see multi-year highs at open. Highest price seen on palladium since November 16th, 2022. And my God, you can talk about catching up. You're thinking, right? Eventually there's going to be ups and downs a lot, and it's going to take a long time probably. But you're thinking targeting for 2850. Go test, rival that old 2020 high. The old 2021 high. 78% retrace from your all-time high to the lowest low of that bear market, but nearing a 50% retrace since the bottom. So pretty cool to see. And silver now off its highs. It was crazy, man. I mean, up 5.5% or something. It's down 1% off the highs. Maybe you could talk about aluminum and tin being okay. Maybe not 10, but maybe aluminum is a little bit more moderate. It's not like going psycho like platinum and silver or like gold formerly did. But copper, man, did just see an intraday high, highest multi-month high, highest level since July 2025 of this year. But remember, this is the best structural, I guess just the best looking bullish continuation reaccumulation structure that exists right now. I mean, besides the silver cup with handle that broke out, well, this is a three rising valleys pattern that has broken out. And 631 was like the target down here. But if this is really going to go, I mean, you're thinking probably $10 or at least $9 for 2618 from your 2011 high to the, 2016 low. Yeah, so there's quite possibly a lot more upside on copper. Will be interesting to see. Okay. Aluminum. We got 2 days, 20 hours left on this monthly for everything for the year, and going for the highest monthly close since April 2022. So crazy stuff here with accumulation, lots of higher lows coming in, breaking big resistance. There's no resistance really on aluminum till 3220. That's probably where we're headed eventually. There could be pullbacks and all that, but maybe in 6 months we're up 9.5% more on aluminum. 10 going for its highest monthly candle close literally ever. About to close above the old all-time high from February 2022. It had like one of its highest daily candle closes ever, the second highest ever last week, and just uptrending, nearing the all-time high from, again, 2022. So nice channel, nice uptrend. All right, those are your metals, man. The Chinese metals market opens in an hour and a half. So we'll have to be waiting on that to see what they're going to do, because it's even crazier in China. Okay. All right. So there's your metals, man. Go back to silver for a second so you can see it's pulled back. Okay. We did see it though. We got to play Jesus chimes. The 4236 was achieved. Do you see it, chat? Boom. 83.29.
It's time for Power Hour.
Just close the fucking door. Close the door.
Dude, the 1 minute chart. Yeah, again, like that gap up's crazy. They'll probably fill that gap. They could do it today. That'd be them slamming the price, and that would be an arbitrage opportunity for our enemies, for the East, to just come in and buy a bunch of contracts down at 79.16, and then they would demand, when they exercise contracts, they'd be demand physical delivery, not cash settled, and that's not good. Well, I don't know why any bank would want that to happen. That is exactly what will happen if they slam the price of silver at this point. Okay. Oh, we can go to Bitcoin. Hey, dude, could you look at Bitcoin, please? You want to look at Bitcoin? Here it is. Trading the same price as trading at November 20th. Talking 5 weeks ago, same price. They killed the market, man. No one's trading this. Not right now. Even if a big rally happens, no one's trading it. And you're still just below all these key levels. It's really tough to be excited about it. I don't think you have an edge. Say you like went long on this and it pumped tomorrow. I think it's like you went to a casino and you put it on black or red and it hit. And it's like, good job, dude. Congratulations. I hope you can keep doing that 100 times and be successful. You're not going to be. So, but yeah, I hope it plays out for you always. And that's all we do here. Right? This channel is not about fortune telling or price predictions or anything like that. It's literally just trying to identify certain structures that have been researched and studied for 100 years. And if we identify them, we're looking for them to be concluding their development with favorable price action correlation to key levels, so we can manage our risk optimally, or we can have the most upside potential, so we can have a 3-to-1 reward to risk if we construct a trading plan. That is all this channel is. That's all TA is at best. TA is a risk management tool. Okay. If those structures aren't there, if the price action correlation is not there, the conclusion of the development of those structures, you don't have an edge. And yeah, we're looking at Bitcoin. It's the #1 market cap crypto in the world. So it's here. We honor it because of that. It's just not where the spirits are. The animal spirits are not here. The liquidity is not here on this market at all. Ethereum, like, look, dude, there's an argument that could be made for both sides, for buyers and sellers. Buyers could be like, bro, we got the higher lows, man. We got the freaking higher lows. We're back testing 2,900 as support formally right now over the weekend. We're doing that. And then on the bears side, well, the bears bit, well, we have control of the entire trend. We're putting in, most recently, a lower high in the previous high by a lot. We just rejected 3,000 as resistance over the weekend or the past week. It's like there is contradicting stuff going on, and that's the worst. That's where you're like, yeah, you don't really have an edge because both sides have an argument. Like if you're identifying like an ACHR, like an M shape, type 2 return, slightly lower low, recaption supports, bullish divergence on the daily and the weekly at the same time, the sellers have zero argument. In no reality would they have any argument for downside, only buyers. And that's what we're looking for, where there's no controversy. Yeah, the trend is not your friend, and that's the problem. So yeah, I guess at this point, if you're short, stop above 3,000. If you're long, stop below 2780.
Is it finally time?
What's that, Chase, man? Stitch Fix. Yeah, that thing broke out. I mean, Composite, man, it might be in phase Z. Yeah, it's crazy, dude. Stitch Fix. Yeah, well, look, man. Okay. Silver below, what was it? 82.31. Still at all-time highs, but looking for a gap fill, probably. But maybe. It'd be crazy one way or another. We have no idea. We look at XRP. bro, I just, all right, you're trading below like, you know, pretty much the heart of this big range, still below it. Yeah, you could be like, there's bullish divergence. Yeah, maybe. But let's recapture 196. The problem is the trend isn't your friend. The problem is you just put in the lowest low of the downtrend. The problem is locally you put in the lowest high. It's just kind of obnoxious, man. Like, it's just not good trend.
At Wits97 super chatted $49.99. Thanks for all the great setups this year. I'm fortunate to have found your channel. I'm glad you have integrity to cover what's going to help us become wealthy.
Wits, thanks so much for the $50 super chat, man. Let's get some likes for Wits97, dude. Thanks so much for watching, man. Thanks so much for giving me a chance, dude. The YouTube, social media space is completely flooded, oversaturated. The algorithms have changed, made it as impossible as ever to ever find reach, at least for the platform I do it. Not monetizing, not promoting with ads or doing anything like that, not doing collabs with other people. So thanks so much for finding me and giving me a chance, listening to what I had to say, and just letting stuff play out, right? You got to be patient. You got to give it time. So thank you for that, dude. And everyone else that's watching right now. Crypto died, so crypto bros, they can't even afford McDonald's Wi-Fi, so they're not even on the internet anymore. They're working their 5th, 6th job now to try to make ends meet. As like, I don't even think working minimum wage jobs it's like you're making this fiat and then we're looking at these charts and it's like, this is what's this is what's happening to your purchasing power. This chart inverted. This is US dollar. This is your purchasing power, dude. That's it. So how, if you're working a minimum wage job or 2 or 3 jobs, like, are you even keeping up with? I don't even think you're keeping up with inflation. It is destroying you. So like, you have to own financial instruments that keep up with or outrun inflation. Super inflation. All right, so here we go. Silver has hit that 4236 and it looks like it was a top for now. And you're about to go negative on the daily candle in terms of like, not like negative, but I'm talking about the candle will go red from green. And we might go for a gap fill, which wouldn't be a big deal, but it is kind of weird because go to like all these bullion sites and you try to buy 1 ounce of silver and they're charging you effing $90. $90 for physical. And you're looking at silver that might go fill the gap at $79. Excuse me? By all means, do what you got to do, man. Technically, you know, go fill that gap. What was crazy is on the 26th, you figured we would have gotten a gap up. They didn't gap it up. They just opened and went straight up all day. Very wild. But this time's different. They did gap it up. So I don't know. Anyway, yeah, so we got NASDAQ futures open, right, where they're trying to do something here. They have got to put in a higher high above 25.8. Haven't done that yet. But a good, you know, week of candles. And then the S&P was real nice because we had actually an edge, sort of a partial decline confirmed. And after it was confirmed on the 23rd, right, 70% chance of a breakout. Boom, you got it the exact next day. On Christmas Eve, Merry Christmas, breakout. Christmas Eve, officially, for the first time ever, golden mean ratio achieved. Yes, the 1618 was not achieved in October nor early December, but it was achieved on Christmas Eve. And what are you talking about? The 1618. Remember how we anchor that is from the old all-time high to that tariff crash low. That is how I got these fib extensions, okay? And so you are broken out now. You're trading right at that 1618. My God. I mean, it's like, what, $1, $2 off? insane. So we'll see if it keeps going, man. I mean, it would probably be driven by Nvidia if we were looking at Nvidia in that busted head and shoulders pattern, and then they confirm a bottom and they start showing daily bullish divergence, and then all of a sudden the daily bullish divergence becomes reliable and starts performing really well. That's what we got last week. So you got to wonder if that will continue to lead this big index fund. Okay. Then the Russ 2000 futures still trying to hang on. Like they recaptured kind of the old all-time high from October. They're still trying to defend that zone. Still looking really good here. Small caps. Yeah, like in a Stitch Fix was a Stitch Fix, excuse me, was requested a minute ago, and it's like, yeah, bro, like, yeah, you could be like, you're very well in the final phase of Wyckoff accumulation. All that has to happen though. Okay, I think this was kind of, well, it's tough, man. This one was all over the place. I mean, there's like resistance is at 49, 559, $6. There's a lot, man, right here. It's not a conventional easy, oh, it's a no-brainer on which one is the real resistance, you know? I just kind of went with the first support ever in 2022, and that to me got a lot of tests, even though there were multiple up thrusts through it a lot, so it was disrespected a lot. So I think as long as you stay above 467.49, given it enough time, you will confirm, I think you will be confirming the final phase of Wyckoff accumulation if you can break through 592. That'll be, right, so you have like sign of strength, the backup, and if you want the confirmation, you break back out if you fail, and then you run and you break above the sign of strength's peak. And in my opinion, that's like 590, 592. So yeah, you're in good shape above 467.49. All right. Someone is accumulating a position here. There's just consecutive higher highs, higher lows, or at least higher lows. And you're above the 200 moving average. You're probably above the 50. Someone requested this. Yeah. Above the 50. And I bet you above the 20. You're above all the moving averages right now. It's wild. Okay. Typically in a downtrend, you're just below all the moving averages. You're starting to trade above them all now. Beautiful. See that? Anyway, yeah, Stitch Fix. They send you crap in a box. You decide if you like that crap. If you don't like it, you can just ship it back. And it's a monthly subscription. It's not really crazy. It's just been destroyed. And for some reason, the composite operator has taken a liking to it over the past year. And is conducting a buying campaign by the looks of it, right? Yeah, that's it. We're just identifying what he's doing. Okay. All right, Silver Live, man. Silver Live, Silver Mania. You're still up 3.5%, way off the highs now, where you hit a record of 84.03. You don't know, silver is up. At the peak, silver was up 64% in 34 days. Unbelievable. Right now, it's up 60% in 34 days. Good God, it was up 4 more percent at the peak today. Wow. I just hope you have had some exposure to these metals, at least a little, and you just haven't been like obsessed with GRT or VeChain or Lendcoin or Avalanche or whatever. I just hope, man. Yeah, Shanghai's closed until we got an hour and like 13 minutes till Shanghai. I think their commodities, the Shanghai Gold Exchange opens, the SF. I can't remember what was the other one. Their futures.
Thank you, Mitch. Can we check EC2? It looks like Revnemo the co is in it.
EC? Yeah, we can look at EC. Sure thing, man. Hey everybody, 4K. It's 4K. We're watching silver do something we've never seen in history. In 4K, I love that. Oh, it's beautiful. still looking real good, man. It's taking a minute. But yeah, okay. You're reminding me because we looked at this. Here it is. You see the accumulation. Very good. And now they put it in a higher high. Now they're putting in higher lows. I love locally what's kind of going on here. You see both of these lows. They're, locally, they're both higher than the previous lows from October. One's testing the 200. To me, for now, it looks like someone's accumulating, and they've been defending a level that goes as far back 2015, 10 years ago. This is very important. Hold on one sec. Okay, there I was talking to the comics, and they said they're gonna try to fill the gap, but I told them it's not a good idea because China is just going to buy and demand physical. So what's the point of filling the gap here? And they said, yeah, that's kind of right, man. Maybe we won't. We'll see. Yeah, so this is integrated oil. Integrated oil showing accumulation and trading very well above a level like 824, 886. Anything above 884 and 824 is really safe. If you fall below 824, that's your cutoff. There's probably literally no reason to own it. But if you're above it, given it enough time, we could see some really nice resolution. They'll go test the supply line at like 1070. They break that, you have an easy 1420 to 1536 target, okay? Yeah, let me plot that. Let me zone that out real quick. See the zone? It's such a beautiful zone. That's your, like down here, you're longing as close to 850, 860 as possible. And you can have stop losses somewhere below 830, 824. And your upside, you don't do anything. You just take profit at 1420 to 1536. That's the trade. It's a range bound trade. It's so simple, bro. So simple. We don't know. We don't act like we know. There's no ego involved with this. All we know is we're witnessing an accumulation structure. And on the tail end of that accumulation, you're showing that buyers have recaptured the key level. They're reconfirming it as support. You're holding that 200. You've recaptured the 200, believe it or not. And so, your upside is very nice. You have very good upside, 3-to-1 minimum in this situation. And if you wanted to be a little more aggressive, you target for 1536, and you got a 4.4-to-1 reward to risk on EC. So it's a good. I mean, yeah, I'm glad you brought it back up, man, because it was looking good and it's churning along and hasn't resolved yet. It may not, but that's where we're at. We got 9 minutes of the crypto weekly candle close. If you're enjoying the Silver Mania, hit that like button, that bell, that sub. Silver hit a high of $84 at open. Godlike. What's up, Jars? What's up, Black Mamba? Mr. Peebs, Official Brisk, Shadow, Iron Rob. What's up, G-Dog? Man, it's G-Dog, dude. It's the Bogdanovs. Yeah, I was talking to him, dude. Where do you think their offspring work? They work at the comics and the what, LBMA or whatever, LMNA, whatever, London's commodity exchange, man. Yeah, Rivian's great. I don't give a crap what it does day to day. I don't think you should either. I was looking at it, so like look, the P&L is 30+%. I haven't even been looking at it. It's just, you have your trading plan and you let it roll. What's up, web dev? Professor's here. It's Professor Flare, dude. Could you look at Flare coin, dude, and Pundy coin? Same thing. Same charts. Oh man. So we're just hanging around, dude. Overnight trading begins when China begins their trading, and that's 1 hour and 8 minutes. So that's it, dude. I mean, like, I don't even know what else we can do, you know? And we look at Nvidia, it's closed, but you gotta love this, man. You gotta love that we might be witnessing a busted bearish pattern, because the bullish stuff started coming in and it became reliable and it's performing pretty freaking well. So I think we are solid to destroy Michael Burry and his puts. If we can go test 195 and break it, I think we're good to go make all-time highs. I wonder how Q1 will fare, really, for all these risk-on assets. I don't know if, like, this whole silver thing, metal thing, you know, we know it's a lifetime repurchasing of and recognition event, but is it some sort of like warning signal to equities with, you know, the carry trade being over, with bonds? You know, they're cutting interest rates here, but they're raising interest rates in Japan, and it's like the TLT, the bonds are just still complete and utter garbage. No one is buying bonds. I mean, people are buying bonds, but I'm saying, like, yeah, sovereign countries are buying bonds, like Western allies are, but like China, lowest exposure to US bonds since 2008, and they're the ones waging this metal war on the West right now. So you gotta wonder, is it like, what's gonna happen in 2026 with all this weird kind of like check engine light? It almost feels like some of these things are check engine light on the car, you know? But I'm no economist, and I don't act like I know, you know? So I'm just thinking here. I'm thinking out loud. Of course, y'all can also theorize what's going on, what all this means, you know? Hey, cool, we like trade setups and making money, but like there are much greater things on the financial markets that could be going on than just, hey man, the technical side. Like what we do here is this very small sliver of the financial world, a very small piece of the pie, and the other parts, yeah, that's where people, like, they'll go to school and they'll go to Harvard and they'll get their master's and their doctorate in economics. And that's the other stuff that, you know, okay, but they don't even teach what we do here in school anywhere. So yeah, I mean, people realizing silver and gold are real money of the world, of course, and it's being like pushed, I think, by Chinese psychological ops, psyops, but it's not like it's fake. Like what these the AI guys saying, none of it's like fake. It's just truth, but it's fracturing. Clearly it's helping cause a fracturing of like the banking, the US Western banking, Anglo-American order. So anyway, yeah, I'm wondering, like, will Nvidia be the one that goes all-time highs and takes the S&P to Valhalla? You had Tesla that hit an all-time high just you know, on the 22nd, but has immediately rejected it and fallen right back below it. And they could take this all the way down to 417, 420. It would actually be amazing. Like, it'd be a wonderful buying opportunity if we could get this on Tesla. But I would like love it for a trade if we got something like this. Man, that would be so good. Or they could do like a lower low. They could definitely do some sort of dragon, like where it does this, and then this. Oh my God, how sexy would that be? It'd be so easy to manage risk. We'd have an edge. We'd have a good trend. We'd have everything we would want for a risk management strategy right here. We could get that, but up here, like, there's nothing much to do, you know. Congrats on all-time highs, but for taking action right now, if you have cash, it's tougher because there could be a lot of downside, and there'd be a better entry, way lower. So yeah, anyway, so like stuff like that. Like you wonder about Amazon. Like, dude, I wonder, are they putting in the type 2 return? It's just a higher low on this bat now. And it's just time to go. Like, I mean, you obviously be targeting 258, 259 if it was doing it now, but I just wish we could have gotten
if
to
you're looking
16.
at EC check PBR, same industry and T might have better setup and also higher dividends.
Okay. PBR, Pabst Blue Ribbon, right? Dude, I love that beer, man. Petrolia Brasileira. I'm not liking it as much locally. Been here before, though. Yeah, dude, heart rate monitor for life. Yeah, I'm not as keen on this one. I don't like, well, the 200-week moving average. It looks like it's getting ready to go test 915 to 1025 again. Like, it's like it hit a resistance and just put distribution all over the place for, again, like a couple years. And it's almost just like you have almost like a bear flag here. And that bear flag is about to resolve. And like you would just be targeting probably 1025, 915 from here. So to me, it doesn't really look great. I mean, you got 12 to 20% downside on it. I would stick with EC. EC is showing local accumulation and positive price action at above that key level. This is not at the key. The key level here is like 915 to 1025. To me, no. Like EC all day over PBR. All day, bro. But I appreciate the contribution, man. Yeah, I don't like this. This not good. Like midterm intermediate downtrend. What's up, Angry Abuelo?
Angry Abuelo tip $25. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Have a champagne toast on me for a good year of education and trade setups.
Angry Abuelo, man. Thanks so much, dude. Champagne 25 now. I think inflation. It's maybe we'll try to find some $25 champagne, dude. Thanks so much. Yeah, well, I mean, there have been wonderful setups this year. There has been opportunity, just like last year and the year before. My God, man, past few years have been absolutely incredible for the TA respecters. It just has been. And if you've been here and you've really listened and you've watched, you've been in the group, you've seen what we posted, you know it. Very real. So thank you so much, dude, for being here and again giving me a chance, because you could be watching anyone, following anyone. Try to keep it as real as possible. One sec, I just got a delivery of silver bars. Y'all give me 2 seconds, okay? Hold on. The weekly candle close. has occurred on Bitcoin. Nothing burger. Garbage. Here's silver. The candle has turned red. Seems like they're going to want to fill the gap. We'll need to lose about 2.3%. Looks like that might be coming. I don't know why not. I mean, that gap's there. Gaps fill. When's the last time we even had a gap? Like, you never have gaps on the XAG ever. So they'll need to fill this one, dude. And it's only after they hit that 4236. Incredible. All right. Let's go to Bitcoin real quick. So we're all here, right? Bitcoin, I guess it broke. It slept walk out of the downtrends supply line. Just hanging out now. But dude, you can't trust crypto. If it pumps, man, you won putting it on red at the roulette table. Congratulations on not having an edge, and it went your way. It can only go up or down. There's two ways, up or down, dude, when it resolves. And that means you have a coin flip's chance of being right if you're long or if you're short. By an edge, though, you're just gambling. So enjoy the gamble in crypto. Do the weekly. Technically a bearish engulfing candle. I mean, yeah, whatever. It engulfed. It covered the previous candle's body. It did that. But other than that, and what's so gross about it, look, you're just hanging out. You're just, Bitcoin is literally loitering in the bearish control zone. Someone called the police to report loitering at 37.48. There's just nothing about it, man. Like, it hit an 886 too. And we know what happened in 2021 or 2022. They did hit an 886. And you started doing this. Eventually you ran a little higher too. And then you collapsed way lower later. But for now, it's just crap. Tons of negative momentum still. Again, nothing implying, no impending reversal of the upside right now. But if it happened, congrats on your coin flip. Okay. I know people are upset. They must know. They must have man bun. Man bun certainties. Okay, dude. What's up, the Ryler? Wiggly Bearish 3-bar play on what, Bitcoin? Could you look at Dog with Hat Coin, dude? Yeah, bro. Let's go look at Dog with Hat Coin. Yeah. Is this the euphoria stage? Technically. But same time, I don't think it's like the dumbest of dumb money. I think it really is like a governments, central banks, and industrial necessity. These are the, like, I mean, talking about companies that are, you know, EV manufacturers, solar panel manufacturers, they are inelastic buyers. They literally have to buy silver. And it doesn't matter what the price is. If silver is at $85 an ounce, $90 an ounce, they will buy it. They will not wait for it to dip. And they will buy a lot of it. And they're paying premium to buy it now. Premium. Where in normal worlds, they will pay more to buy it later. Because when you buy it later, you have to wait on, or you have to, you know, people store it and the logistics of it. So, you know, we're in backwardation right now, really hardcore. And it's like a lot of these tech companies, they had their chance. They had a chance, man. They, you know, all these tech companies, all their cash, you know how much cash they have, right? They could have bought silver mining companies. They could literally bought mines of silver if they wanted, but they didn't. And now look what's happened. Yeah, I don't think anyone really saw this coming, because if people saw this coming, they would have bought silver mines and insourced all their needs through the earth. But yeah.
Hi
Also,
Mitch,
good night.
can you take a look at TGT? Happy New Year.
Okay. Sounds good, dude. Yeah, look at Target, whatever. Yeah, sure. Go green again. All right, let's see here. Target, yeah, it's yeah, dude. Trade setup, remember? Trade setup now, weekly. Yeah. Oh, no, I guess this is the daily. Is it the daily? Did it post the setup on the daily or the weekly? It had to be the daily. Yeah, you're targeting 130 here. $130. 130. That's it. It's a dragon. It's like, literally like, in a way, I mean, it's a different context completely than silver, but it's the same structure. It's the predictable pattern, the head, the foot, the hump, the second foot. What I love about the second foot is there's forms of confirmation, 1 and 2 right there. And it's all happening at key inflection points from history. 2018, 2020, the cake baking video had this target as a trade setup. It was beautiful. Here we are, years later, 5 freaking plus years, almost 6 years later. Same spot, new trade setup. What? Yeah. This one's just 3% on whatever day it was, Friday. Yeah. 130. It doesn't look, it doesn't matter what it's doing. It's going to oscillate. Okay. The price, it could go back down to $90. It's still good. Still fine. But from where it is right now, you still have another 31 all the way to 39% upside on target. That's your price objective. We're not saying we think it's going to happen or know it's going to happen. It's just straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down, up, down. It's very illiquid between 90 and 130. So that's all we're doing. Okay. Watching the sellers attempt to break key supports from history. In April, they failed. A rally occurred, but it didn't last long. And then you put in a lower low locally, slightly lower low. Different parts of that inflection zone were hit back from 2015, and buyers defended not once, but twice. And buyers completely recaptured $90. And so you saw sellers attempt to break the key inflection zone for 247 days, and they freaking failed for that long. They'll relent. Buyers will reassume control of the asset for at least a big rally, I think. That's the argument for the trade setup. Okay, that's my argument. It's a pretty good argument. Sellers failed over 250 days, so they'll relent. They're already relenting. Buyers will reassume control and probably take it to a deep 886 from the previous high to low, and probably it might very well roll over there. Like, do this, yeah, 886, 138. You know what would happen? What would happen? Oh, remember the shark pattern? Yes, exactly. In a downtrend, they run it up there, and eventually what happens from there continues downward again. Oh, and then the downtrend can, yes. Yeah. Anyway, this is setup, bro. Anyway, I hope you understand what I mean. But we're good, man. Golden Knight, Central Florida. I think, right? Like silver, the base, the centerpiece of the stream. Silver, it does seem likely this gap will fill, because when have we ever had a gap on the XAG? I don't, have we ever had one? Has anyone seen a gap anywhere? I'm looking. Chat, you seen this? Any gaps? No gaps. That's crazy. No gaps.
Robert UCN is the newer silver man, only go up. It's the best crypto lol. Happy New Year, thanks for your time. Loving Palladium right now, glad we looked at Susu long ago. Him up bigly.
Composite operator, man. He was accumulating his position. He was conducting a buying campaign. All we do is we look for his campaigns. We can ride his coattails to success. One Up Trading, thanks so much for the 20, dude. UCN, What was it again? UCN? UCN. You seeing this? Oh. Wait, hold on. Is that, oh, UCN, U-Chain? Dude, it's U-Chain. Oh my, yeah. And guess what? I cannot wait. There's going to be a day. It's going to be a 90% candle to the downside. All right. Bro, UCN chat. Don't you dare think about it. They're waiting on you to buy so they can literally give you a candle that does this. Yep. I've seen these charts, man. I've seen them before. It will do that. We'll set our alerts up randomly. We hear a random 1600 beep. We know what's happening. Yeah. Keep me apprised on this one. Try my eyeball issues real quick. All right. I'm allergic to scams. So I'm breaking out when we go to them. Yeah. Waiting for the rug pull candle that will happen eventually. Okay. Only a matter of time. Good luck though. Hey, congrats on anyone that got in. Congrats on whoever was an insider in September and bought it when it opened and knew this was going to happen. Ridiculous. What's up, Mr. Singh? Did your TTS even play, man? Do I believe in the 4-year cycle and halving cycles for Bitcoin? If so, will that mean the next halving is not till 2028? Therefore, no substantial price appreciation for 2.5 to 3 years. People will say there is a 4-year cycle, and some will say there's not, Mr. Singh. Like literally, go look at the internet. People have many different opinions on it, and the problem is, you could think
Mitch,
one thing or
how do I cope with my fat gains on silver and gold? Lol. Rivian and Amazon are looking really good for 2026. Christ is king, bless up.
What's up, Greg? Thank you, dude. 2026 will be good, man. Well, maybe. We'll see. I think, again, the check engine light's kind of coming on with metals and bonds in Japan, the yields. Anyway, so if people are going to draw conclusions about things based on their research, and they're going to have different opinions, and the problem is if you have too much conviction on things you don't really know, you're going to draw false conclusions that are going to like affect your behavior. What I'm doing is I'm waiting on a true trend reversal on Bitcoin. Okay. I'm looking for like consecutive higher highs, higher lows, positive price action correlation to a key level of sorts. See, the problem is Bitcoin could run up to 98K and it's still in a downtrend. That's the issue. From here, it could go to 98K, short squeeze. People in buyer induction, right, buyer inducing rally. Dumb money starts thinking, I'm not afraid anymore. Macaulay Culkin, you know, goes out of his house in Home Alone, and then the guy shows up with a shovel and hits him over the head, and it's over. The movie's over, right? The shorts come in and destroy Macaulay Culkin there. So, or something. I think that's how the movie went. So it's best not to theorize on cycles and the 4-year cycle. It's almost like this prophetic thing. I've never subscribed to any of that stuff. I just look for trend reversals, man, in the setups. You know, like is the structure there? Has it made deep retraces, and then like the accumulation or harmonic structure has developed? Oh, there's forms of confirmation. There's bullish divergence, the daily and the weekly, all these things at these key levels. If it's not there, I don't know. I never act like I know, right? And if it's not there, we're just going to go to like, oh, what? Lithium Americas Corporation or Rivian or Alibaba or ACHR or silver with a dragon pattern or this or that or this or that or VITL. Many different setups all over the markets. We're just going to keep scanning until we keep finding these opportunities, and we'll long those, and we won't worry about Bitcoin. That's the mindset. Like you can't be obsessed with Bitcoin just because it's Bitcoin, man. Bitcoin is going to it's going to do its thing. Price is not even relevant. It's one of the greatest inventions of all time. But if you're looking to like make money on Bitcoin, That's not how it works anymore. That's long gone now. Let's just own Bitcoin to make yield. I think we could go way lower on Bitcoin, the 70s. And then we'll reassess. Maybe a reaccumulation or an accumulation structure will develop in the 70s where there's a lot of liquidity. There's supports down there. Maybe like XRP gets to $1 or 80 something cents, and like a beautiful accumulation structure develops, an M shape develops down there with type 2 return. It might be worth taking a shot on, but right now I just don't see anything in the crypto space that it's just, there were better markets. There were better places to have your money the past 2 months. There have been. That's just the way it is. So spacebar gang. Exactly. Anyway, sorry looking at this crap. Shovel Man was a good guy. Yeah, okay. Well, who got rich? The people with the shovels and the picks and the gold rush, right? mRNA, probably Wyckoff accumulation. It looked good. It broke out. Looks like it'll be going higher in time. All right, silver lost it all, dude. Silver going for the gap fill. Easy. Yep. Only up 1%. It was up over 5%. It has lost over 4% of its value from the highs at lows of its day right now. The lows of its candle, not lows of day technically. It's only up 0.69%. The gap fill will be in moments. Question is, will we see the flush then? Will we see them? They are right now pounding, slamming silver on paper to fill this gap, because we just look back and there's never a gap on this chart ever. This might be one of the first gaps I've ever seen on this chart. You just never see it. Going back 10 years, there are no gaps anywhere. Freaking crazy. Okay, it's now negative on the day. The gap is officially filled and you're negative. Okay, you've fallen below 80. The euphoria is over, chat. Right? Anakin? Okay, we've been live hour and 20 minutes. If you're enjoying the live stream, please hit the like button, bell, sub. I'm just here for metals, to see that euphoria, to see the open, here to see Bitcoin's weekly candle close. Unfortunately, crypto is dead. Blame CZ, blame Binance, blame fraud, blame them for destroying the crypto market. Literally liquidating 2 million plus crypto accounts in hours, in minutes, really minutes. They killed crypto, and this is the aftermath of the nuclear bomb going off. Okay, and crypto dead. No one's trading it. There's no liquidity. Any rally you get will be on extremely low volume. It will be manipulation. They will be trying to get you to buy or short, and they will see. What the thing is, the markets, the books are so thin right now in crypto. You set up a lever position, CZ and his goons will hunt you like the Nazgul. All right, you got the one ring, you got an order, you got a stop loss or a liquidation price. They know. They see it. They will hunt you down. They will stab you with a Morgul blade, and there it will go again. So that's crypto, man. Congratulations. Have fun with that. Joke market. But I hope it works out for you. E10's Reichler, love is mutual, okay? See tomorrow when silver breaks under. Yeah, right, dude. It looks like we're cooked for now. Okay, after that 4236 was tested beautifully. You gotta love it, man. But now you're down 1% on the day. So now silver is down over 6% from its peak, from its all-time high. 6%. 6.57% in falling. Big yikes. Gold down 0.5%. After didn't make an all-time high. Oh man, it was so close. No, it did not make an all-time high before the sell-off. Big yikes. And there you have it, man. What's up, destroying the illusion? Yep. So we're down almost 6%, right? Yeah. So I'm saying though, like, who's gonna buy this? I mean, like, if you have in Asia, we got 39 minutes till the Asian metals market opens. Okay. If you got physical silver going for $90 an ounce, and you got $78 silver, it's 77 now and change. It might be 76, 75 in a little while. Paper is not keeping up with reality, and I just think like it's not a good idea for these banks to be doing this, because Asians, the Chinese, are just gonna buy these contracts on comics, and they're going to demand physical delivery of real metal and continue draining the vaults. So okay, you chose death. Have fun with that, and just know this is going to be extremely volatile now. I can't even imagine what this order book looks like on silver. What's up, Jaden? Thank you, dude. Yeah, this chat is awesome. When they decide they want to chat. Crypto Hoarder, what's up? The Goon Squad? Yeah, that's CZ. Yeah, they killed crypto. Yep. So we had to go to metals. Like, okay. Had to go to Stitch Fix and Rivian. Okay, bro. It works. Money's money. All right. Well, it was fun. Silver down about 2% on the new day, new week. We'll see if they flush it more or if the rally will continue. We have a huge disconnect from paper and physical. Who will win? That's a good question. So, thanks for likes, love, support, contributions, everything in between. Hope you all had a great Christmas. We'll see what happens these metals this evening. They might be finally trying to flush it. But the physical demand is certainly at record levels. So I'll be back. Until next time, respect the T. A.